Hello and welcome back to another video here on Jones Family Farm. What we're going to be doing today is getting a lot of bundles ready for some upcoming deliveries. I'm working on building a little bit of a stockpile. I have a new system, which I'll show here shortly, of kind of how, and you'll probably see it in the background, but I'll go over it because I have something coming in the mail very soon. Amazon says it'll be delivered here shortly, which I'll take a break, go pick up, come back and show you exactly what that is. 6 somethings actually that I'm excited about. I think it'll solve one of my problems that I'm having right now with bundling. But pretty much what I'm gonna do, I'll be doing now is getting a bunch more hardwood bundles made for some upcoming deliveries. And kind of just building a little bit of a stockpile. So let's get to it. And there's just something that I wanted to cover a little bit today that I've been thinking about lately. That something that I'm definitely very grateful for. And that pretty much firewood bundles, I want to say, saved my business. Pretty much when I started doing these bundles I'd say probably about a year ago. A year and a half ago I did not have obviously this bundler, is John's Welding firewood bundler. I was doing it by hand. I had a homemade rig, which was pretty much a 12 by 12 square out of flat steel stock. And I'd use Home Depot bought small 6 or 5 inch rolls of shrink wrap. Then sold enough bundles on our farm stand and saved up, and I bought this John's Welding firewood bundler on Facebook Marketplace from someone locally that was no longer doing firewood bundles. And since then I've brought a lot more professionalism to my operation by making, I probably gotta loosen the tension a little bit, by making labels, by designing and building the firewood sheds that I build and supply to the gas stations and convenience stores. I think that really gives me a leg up, being a whole significantly more professional than any other stands that either the retailer has to buy on their own, which was the last one I replaced. The retailer actually had to buy a wood rack on their own to put the firewood bundles on, which, if anyone knows much about retail, the retail world, convenience stores and stuff, displays sell product, 1, and 2, usually the displays, like say the Pepsi coolers or Monster coolers that are in a business, those are all owned and supplied to the stores by those vendors in return for typically a marginal discount, agreeing to do their promotional pricing that vendor, that manufacturer is putting out, whatever promotional pricing they're doing. Say like a 2 for 4 deal when it comes to energy drinks, stuff like that. That's kind of your give and take, your relationship with those. That piece is a little too big. That's generally your give and take relationship with getting displays for no charge. That you see in gas stations and convenience stores and things like that. And they see the deal I have is, the agreement I have with them is very similar. They agree to only buy my product, use my product in those. sorry, in those displays that I provide, which also is something that Pepsi, Monster, Red Bull, any other ones, saw that they do the same type of deal, where you're not allowed to put anything else in those coolers, and if you're caught, either they'll pull the cooler, pull your discount, whatever may have you. So, but what I wanted to talk about today was, how firewood bundles save my business. Obviously, as you've seen, I have my log trailer. So for a while, what I was doing was hauling logs for tree companies, to the point where I really wasn't doing any firewood myself. I had a few, small contracts with barbecue guys, basically the ones that would pay a premium for a premium product, and that got premium service and a premium product. So they paid, the right amount of money that it made sense for me to be able to make, the small amount of firewood that I was. And that paid for my firewood processor, that paid for, kind of my operating expenses and getting everything, done the way I wanted to do it. And, made a few bucks doing it. But, my main income, my main source of revenue was from hauling logs for tree companies, hauling logs for land clearing companies, whatever it may be. But in the past, I'd say about a year, that has started slowing down significantly, to the point now where I may go pick up a load of logs once a week at this point. I don't know what it is. I haven't raised my prices. I haven't, given a lower service. I had, mad customers where it's all business to business for the most part. So they tell you, again, generally for the most part, they'll tell you if they're mad, if you did something wrong. I still get business from all of the same people, but just a significant amount less. I would think. So what I started doing to fill my time was building these firewood sheds, building, greenhouses, building, raised garden beds, doing turnkey gardens for people, and that's kind of how I filled the rest of my time. But now that I've really dove deep into bundling, selling firewood bundles and supplying the firewood sheds to the gas stations, it's really taken off, and it's definitely the new direction that I'm taking. The firewood side of our operation, basically anything to do with wood, that side of the operation, I'm really, besides obviously the farm, I'm taking a whole lot more serious to get into, to grow this side of the business, to grow, more gas station locations, more convenience stores, campgrounds, grow the bundling in general. Eventually, upgrade this bundler to something else. Just kind of continuously upgrade the equipment is what I try to do. I try to reinvest in the equipment to make it easier on me. I have the high school helper, 1-2 days a week at most, but I don't plan on going any more than that, and he's going back to school soon. But also for the fact that I don't want to have a full-time employee. I don't have the workload for it, at this point. I still try to work my 40 hours a week. I want to continue to grow this in a steady fashion, where I don't want to just kind of get too big too quick and not be able to keep up. That's my biggest fear, is get too big too quick, can't keep up, and then I'll lose all of the accounts I've worked so hard for to keep, maintain, keep happy, and grow, really. I can go off track very easily. Getting back to what I wanted to talk about, of how firewood bundles save my business. But the other side of the log hauling really slowed down significantly. Obviously, tree work, if anyone, we're all kind of in that industry in, a certain way, shape, or form. At least a little bit. In any kind of wood clearing, we have to get our logs from somewhere. So I still haul all of my own logs. I still use a log trailer. That's where I get all my wood from. At this point, I still don't, buy triaxle loads of logs or anything like that. I get the logs from the wood that I haul off for tree companies, homeowners, land clearing companies, things like that. But that side again has significantly slowed to the point where didn't know if I was going to be able to keep the doors open, per se, keep all the equipment, keep paying the rent on my yard, kind of keep all of that if I didn't turn to the firewood bundles. So firewood bundles have completely saved my business. I will say, and saved firewood bundles saved the farm. There's the title of the video. Pretty much they have. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today in today's video, was just exactly that. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna let you watch for a little bit longer. I'm gonna get back to it. Actually, I did just get a notification that the 6 items that I was waiting for got delivered. So I'm gonna run home and go get those. I'll cut to that. You'll see that clip next. But let's see the solution. Let's see if it really is the solution that I'm looking for. Well, right here in these 6 bags, I may have found my solution to the temporary storage of firewood bundles. Keep them out of the weather. I don't have a storage container. Not yet. That is something I'm looking into, kind of trying to find the right one. Obviously, again, the right price too. They do get very expensive where I'm located. They're $2,000 to $4,000. Just something I want to make sure I find the right one, and waiting to see if I can find a deal on one. But right here, this is what I think is a great solution, at least for my application, for temporary storage of firewood bundles. All bundled, out of the weather. Okay, so here is how I store 40 bundles pre-wrapped in an IBC tote. And as you can see right now, they are all wet. It's been raining the past few days here. So I need to eliminate this. So obviously I can't leave the cover on now, or it'll get moldy, so they're gonna have to dry out for a few days. But pretty much I want to be able to store, each of these IBC totes here, not in a container if they don't have one, not indoors of any way, but be able to store these weather tight. So this is how I stack them. I flip the bundles on their side. They're 1 cubic foot. I stack them kind of, as you can see, the tall way until I get to the very top. Then I flip them, the long way. In each row, you can see there are multiple rows here. Each row, there are 10 bundles. So you have 2 rows of 5 bundles, front and back. So it's 10, 20, 30, and 40. You have 3 flat across the top, 2 on top. So it makes 40. And this is a common refill for one of my stands: 40 pine bundles and 40 hardwood bundles. Very common. And between 30 and 40, per type of bundle per refill. So this is why I want to be able to store this many. It's a perfect number for me, I think, and it's a great use of space. I mean, yes, there are a few inches that are wasted in the front and back, and that was my contemplation. I'm still probably going to try to build my own racks, like on wheels, but I can also just build a wooden platform. Like there's at least one other YouTube channel that I've seen has built a platform for these. I have a platform for one of these that is the IBC tote that I keep in my house for burning our wood stove during the winter time, so I can just swap these in and out. But I'll make some type of wheeled platform I can just put these on. So I did buy a variety of these. I'll slide a little table over. Bought a variety of them. I bought 6 different ones, just trying to see which one works best. Some are for 330 gallon totes, which are a little bit taller, which would be good because I stacked them a little bit over the top. Some are for 275, some have zippers, some have drawstrings. Basically I bought a variety to kind of see exactly which one will work best for me. And I can put links in the description below and tag links. These are all bought on Amazon. Most of them, yes, probably made in China. but you know, there wasn't really a reasonable, well, at least one that I could find anyway, solution for an American-made one. But this is pretty much what they are. IBC tote cover. That's pretty much it. This is just the first one I tried. It does have, they all obviously, because they're IBC totes, they have a flap on the top, which you can open, you know, on the non-rainy days to let the air flow through. But they have a zipper right here on the side too. The camera, and I can show it. So you look right here, it's got a zipper down the side. This one would be one that is for a 275 gallon tote, based on being how short it is, which isn't bad. I don't mind it being a little bit short, because that way I'm not ever going to puncture a hole in it when I pick them up with the forks. This is kind of how it fits on there. It has a drawstring, so I can, you know, pull it tight, and that way when I'm driving down the highway with them, they'll have a drawstring. I won't have to put a strap over the top of them. It'll already hold them in place. Shut this. So that's one of my options. That's the first cover I tried. Is, you know, what my plan to do is, there are a few different colors. So there are black ones and green ones. That way I can color code to hardwood and softwood bins. And that way I also know exactly how many bundles I have at a given time. Because each of these is again why I wanted to figure out some kind of inventory system. Some way where I can have a calculated number of exactly how many bundles are on each one, and that way if I know I need 45 bundles for this delivery, I can throw an extra 5 on the side of the, in the bed of the truck besides one of these, and have exactly what I need. But let's nonetheless, let's go ahead and try the other 5 of them out and see how we like them. Identical. They all range anywhere from $17.99 to, I think the most expensive one was $27.99 minus a 15% coupon. I'll have to check and see what the prices were. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate this one already because it has a hole completely cut out for the top. So there is no flap, no way of closing that up, and this material is very thin. This one, eliminated, being returned. That is going to allow a lot of water and dust and everything else in, so that one will be a no-go. covers, see how they do, and I'll report back on the next one how the covers do, because we are expecting a pretty rainy week the rest of the week here. But thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. It's I feel like we are definitely starting to get some traction here. So please subscribe. Comment on the videos, like the videos. It all helps. Get the videos out to more people, more firewood guys just like myself and you. Again, appreciate you tuning back in, and we'll see you next time.